So, it's time for the next episode of Death Battle, and it's the biggest one yet. It's my first team death battle. The Justice League versus the Earth's mightiest heroes, the Avengers. The team I will be using is their main one, with some small changes. Like on the Justice League side, we have Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Barry Allen, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, Cyborg, Martian Manhunter, and Green Arrow. And on the Avengers side, we have Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Hank Pym, the Wasp, and to make the teams even, Spiderman. The Avenger team is a mix of the original Avengers, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, and the Wasp, and the new main 6 Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. And it just is just the main team plus Green Arrow, who in the beginning was in the main team, but yeah, sometimes he's in the main team. We don't have to talk about that. Before we start, could you all please press that like button and the subscribe button if not already? We're on the road to 1k subscribers, only less than 200 away. But anyways, this will be a long video, so sit down and relax, and let's get started with the Avengers. The Avengers made the first appearance in the Avengers issue 1, and in this issue, Asgardian trickster Loki is out to kill his brother once and for all, and he starts tricking Hulk into doing something bad, which causes the heroes to go out looking for him. But they realize it's Loki behind it all and come together to stop him, which they do, and the Avengers are formed. But now, let's go all the members from the Avengers with some facts and feats about them. And every character gets 5 feats. So let's get started. And we're gonna start with Captain America. The leader of the team has superhuman strength, durability, speed, and won't stop fighting until he's dead. He's an excellent hand-to-hand combatant and really smart when it comes to fighting. And he has nearly unbreakable shield made of proto-adamantium and vibranium. He can run a mile in just over a minute. Held up a part of a destroyed skyscraper, he survived being thrown into an energy core, threw his shield through a tank turret, and he survived a blast from Gambit. Next, Iron Man. One of the smartest people on Earth, the living drunk daddy problem asshole Tony Stark, the guy who has hundreds of metal suits to fight his enemies. He has made an armor for everything, and I mean everything. One thing I hate about Iron Man is that all his feats are from different suits, so it's hard to put him against people. But anyways, he can absorb technology into his suit. His energy shields are strong enough to stop a blast from Ultron. He destroyed rocks the size of Manhattan. He punched through adamantium and vibranium. He tanked hits from Sentry and has so many more better feats. Like, every character on this list has better feats. I want to talk about these ones. Keep that in mind. Next, Thor. The god of thunder Thor Odinson, member of the otherworldly and virtually immortal Asgardian race, wields the enchanted Udo-forged hammer Mjolnir, which grants mastery over the elements of thunder, lightning, as well as the ability to fly and open interdimensional gateways. He survived infinite gravity, survived the eternal flame. He also punched through a celestial skull. He pushed the world engine, 1/3 of the universe. He absorbed the God Killer bomb. Now, the Hulk. Hulk's power and abilities include incredible strength, durability, and healing factor become more powerful as anger increases, as Banner possesses a genius-level intellect and is an expert in multiple science fields, particularly the studies of physics and radiation. Hulk broke Mjolnir. He punched through time. He started to bend Silver Surfer's board. He has one-shotted Thor many times, and he destroyed the Dark Dimension. Now, Black Widow. Black Widow is cool and calm, even in the most pressuring situations. She has a weaker version of the Super Soldier Serum, and she is highly skilled in martial arts. She tanked a big explosion, survives falling multiple stories, She can easily dodge bullets, breaks through a bulletproof windshield, snaps out of metal restraints. Now, Hawkeye. Hawkeye is strongly introverted, is solidly grounded in the world of observant personality and a logical thinking type with an assertive identity. He doesn't have a lot going on when it comes to inward focused attention. He lifted the car off himself. He tanked hits from the Hulk, headbutts Venom and staggers him. He was able to outskill and defeat Captain America. One of his arrows could hold Ultron. Next up, Ant-Man. Hank Pym is a brilliant scientist who used his discovery to shrink Pym particles, the suit that could survive the process and instant communication waves to turn himself into the original Ant-Man. He could go past the microverse, picks up a lot of people and tears apart a giant ray gun, tears a building in half and holds it above his head, takes a hit from a gigantic boulder, has answered for many occasions. The Wasp. Janet Van Dyne is usually depicted as having the ability to shrink to a height of several centimeters, fly by means of incendion wings, and fly bioenergy blast fire. She was able to melt half of Sentry's face off. She can tear a Quinjet apart. She can go through buildings. She nearly soloed the wrecking crew. She can talk to giant space forms. And then finally, Spider-Man. Spider-Man has superhuman strength, agility, and endurance, ability to stick and climb walls and other surfaces. Use self-designed web shooters, allowing him to fire and swing from sticky webs. Special spider sense warns of incoming danger. Genius intellect, specializing in chemistry and intervention. He can catch a truck thrown at him by Absorbing Man, dodge lasers, held apart the Daily Bugle, survived an explosion, held up a train. But now the Avengers team is complete and we can start talking about the Justice League, starting with their backstory, or like the start of them. The Justice League first appears in the Brave and the Bold issue 28 back in 1960. In the issue, the Justice League had to band together to fight the alien Starro the Conqueror, which they defeated by sprinkling a lime all over his body. But their origins was revealed into the Justice League of America issue 9. But anyways, let's talk about the members, starting with Superman. Superman expresses a resolutely noble personality, so much so that it can be hard to find noticeable flaws in him. He's gentle, kind-hearted, and selfless. He's also resolved with firm knowledge of right and wrong and the ability to act decisively in a crisis. He survived fighting through the power of the Big Bang, broke off time being stopped. He shared the boundaries of space and time. He shattered the boundaries of space and time. Hits from the Hulk did nothing to him, held a black hole with just his hand. No, Batman. Batman was originally introduced as a ruthless vigilante who frequently killed or maimed criminals, but evolved into a character with strict moral codes and strong sense of justice. Unlike most superheroes, Batman does not possess any superpowers, instead relying on his intelligence, fighting skills, and wealth. He took many hits from the Reverse Flash, landed a hit on the Reverse Flash, he made the Spectre bleed, took hits from Wonder Woman with no suit. He can beat the shit out of Green Arrow. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a compassionate, caring, stubborn, opinionated, highly competitive, outgoing, immortal Amazon. Wonder Woman is a warrior born. She tries to avoid conflict, but is pressed she will engage in battle, and on occasion lose herself in pleasure of battle. Tank the infinite mass punches, many, from Zoom, able the force of a dwarf's door, approach the Speed Force. She and Superman slowed the Spectre from falling down. The Spectre weighs as much as eternity. With the braces of her power increases a lot. And she also lifted Mjolnir. And don't say it's not canon, it is, I already talked about that. Now, Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is a former fighter pilot who works for the Ferris aircraft as a test pilot, a member and occasionally leader for an intergalactic police force called the Green Lantern Corps, as well as a founding member of the Justice League. He caught Sue, nearly entered the Speed Force. He punched Batman, tanked hits from Darkseid, and he tanked a blast from Moko, the planet. Aquaman. The son of an Antlian woman and a human man, Aquaman has the power to telepathically communicate with the command aquatic animals, incredible strength and speed, and healthfully, all things considered, breathe underwater. The movies also give him control of the tides. He lifts the cruise ship, he can swim in lava, lifted a building, and pushed two titanic plates together. Think about that. It's on par with Wonder Woman. I know people hate to say it, but he is. But Wonder Woman would win in a fight, with no doubt. The Flash, Barry Allen, perfectly captures the athleticism, impulsivity, and insight of the ENFP personality type. He's quick to see connections and underlying motives, and he uses his intellect to make way for his idealistic beliefs and personal decisions. He went toe-to-toe with the Spectre. He punches Reverse Flash into the future. He can be at two places at once. He's the second fastest character in DC, just behind Wally West. He ran into the Marvel Universe. Martian Manhunter. One of the last surviving members of his species, the Martian Manhunter wields such powers as the ability to shapeshift, telepathy, flight, invincibility, phasing, super strength, and Martian vision. His only weakness is an inherent fear of fire, which all Martians have. He, Superman, and Wonder Woman pulled the Earth. He tanked the blast from God Brainiac. He made Superman bleed with one punch. He lifted a giant iceberg, and he one-shotted Shazam. Cyborg, part man, part machine. Vic Stone is a former member of the Teen Titans and is a current member of the Justice League who wrestles to preserve his humanity with every new upgrade. He can lift a large rock. He tanked a kick from Wonder Woman. He tanked a fall from high atmosphere. Tanked hit from Shazam. Stops a speeding car with ease. But now, finally, Green Arrow. Sometimes shown dressed like the character Robin Hood. Green Arrow is R.R. Archer, who uses his skill to fight crime in his home cities of Star City, and settles as well as alongside his fellow superheroes as a member of the Justice League. He can wrestle an alligator, landed a punch on Batman, takes punches from Solomon Grundy. His bow weighs 103 pounds. He survived an explosion of a building. Guys, remember, there are made better feats for every character on this list, as I said earlier. But these are the ones I wanted to talk about. But now it's time to go onto the death battle and who wins. And I'm gonna be honest, there's not a single way the Avengers could win this fight. Not one. Superman can solo the entire team, and I just don't want to hear anything about Thor beats him. Superman beats Thor mid-difficulty, that's the end of it. It was never a fair fight, not at all. The Justice League are just more strong, I guess. Plus Cyborg could scan for Antman and the Wasp and just teleport them to a place of fire to burn them alive. If you say, oh, Superman can't spot them, he can, but Cyborg could do that. But even if we take Superman away, the Justice League would still win, because they're just more powerhouses, like I said earlier. Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter. Winner, the Justice League. Tell me down in the comments how you think this fight will go and what you want to see. Now it's time for Guess the Character, in which if you guess correctly you get a shout out in my next video. Here it is. Who's that? But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.